Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to today's reading lesson. So, today we're going to be answering questions on a non-fiction text. We're going to be finishing our text about Pompeii, and here it is. So remember, Mount Vesuvius, which is the name of the volcano, erupted in 79 AD and buried a whole Roman town called Pompeii in ash. Okay, some tricky words from yesterday. My turn, your turn. Mount Vesuvius is the name of the volcano that erupted. Excavate is a verb. It means to dig up. And victim, it's the word for if someone is in a crime or if something bad happens to someone, it's the one who gets hurt. Okay, let's have a look at our tricky words. Archaeologist. That's the word for someone who, after something has been dug up, they study it. So the excavator digs it up and the archaeologist studies what's been dug up. So you can see this archaeologist is studying, it looks like a skull in the sand. Archaeologist. Has lain. So the verb lay, which means lie down, or you can say lie, has lain is the present perfect tense. So this man has lain on the floor. Hollow. Now, we looked at this word when we were learning about the Greek myth, the Trojan horse, because they built a hollow horse and they got inside and hid. So hollow means that it's empty on the inside. Hollow. Plasticast. It's this special gooey stuff that you can put around something and it makes it look like a mould of the real thing. So these people have put their hands in this special plasticast stuff. And then it looks like, and then they've got models of their real hands. It's really cool. So what happened in Pompeii is that people, after Mount Vesuvius erupted, they got buried in the ash, and an archaeologist had a special idea. So he poured this plasticast into where their bodies were, so he could make a model of the people that lived in Pompeii. And you're going to read about that in a minute. And you can see on the right-hand side, that's a plasticast model of a real person who was buried by the ash in Pompeii. Fate. So some people believe in something called fate. It's the idea that something was meant to happen to you and you don't have a choice about it. So for example, it was always my fate to become a teacher. Like I couldn't have done any other job. I had to become a teacher. But some people believe in it and some people don't. Fate. Scientific instruments. So there are some really cool things that scientists can do now, and you can see in the picture, and it's to monitor the sort of the rocks moving underground and the gas that comes out of the volcano. So now we know if a volcano is about to erupt, and then if it's unsafe, we can move everybody. So if Mount Vesuvius erupts again, they can say to all the people that live around the volcano, move out the way so you don't get burned by the lava. So there are scientific instruments to help with that. Uncovered remains. So in the text it says that Pompeii hasn't been dug up completely yet. There's still parts that need to be dug up, but the bits that are uncovered, the bits that they have dug up, you can learn some stuff from. So here you can see the uncovered remains, the bits that they have dug up. And here are your questions today. So we're going to read the text in just a second, and then you're going to answer these questions about it. So which of these sentences best describes an archaeologist, A, B, or C? What did the archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli use to make casts of the people from Pompeii? When was the last time that Mount Vesuvius erupted? What do we have now that tells us when a volcano will erupt? And what do we know about Pompeii's uncovered remains? Okay, let's have a read of the text today. In 1863, the archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli decided to try an experiment. He noticed that where a body had lain in the ash, it had left hollows in the shape of the body that had once been there. He poured plaster into one body space and waited for it to set. When the ashes around it were removed, he found that he was left with a plaster cast in the exact shape of the victim's body. Since then, many casts have been made and can be seen in Pompeii, sad reminders of the city's fate. Vesuvius has not erupted since March 1944, but the volcano is not dead, only sleeping, so it's a dormant volcano. Like all volcanoes, it has given the land around it rich soil, which is easy to farm. Just as in Roman times, people have built their homes there, and towns and villages crowd the shores of the Bay of Naples. One day, Vesuvius will erupt again, but now, with modern scientific instruments checking the volcano each day, it is hoped that no more lives will be lost. Pompeii is not yet fully excavated, but its uncovered remains help us see what a Roman city really looked like and how the Romans lived, worked, and played.